The first time I noticed something strange in my mirror, it was barely anything. A flicker in the glass, a faint shimmer that made me pause. I dismissed it as tired eyes and dim lighting playing tricks, but deep down, an unsettling feeling took root. It all started the night I moved into my new apartment, a creaky old building with wooden floors that groaned underfoot and the stale scent of dust lingering in the air. The previous tenant had left behind some furniture, including a tall, antique mirror standing in the corner of my bedroom. Its silver frame was tarnished with age, yet the glass was eerily pristine, as if something alive lurked within. For the first few nights, I ignored it. Then the nightmares began. At first, they were mild. Shadows shifting in the dark, whispers dissolving into nothing. But they grew worse. In my dreams, I stood before the mirror, watching my reflection distort. My mouth twisted into a grotesque grin. My eyes sank into hollow pits. And always before waking, my reflection whispered, "I know what you did." I convinced myself it was stress. But then the mirror began to move things. One morning, I found my jewelry scattered across the floor, as if someone had deliberately swept it off the dresser. My closet door, which I always shut tightly, was slightly ajar. But the worst part was when I caught my reflection lagging, a split-second delay before it mimicked my movements. One night, frustrated, I threw a thick cloth over the mirror. I thought that would be the end of it. But around 3 a.m., a sound woke me. My breath caught in my throat. The cloth lay crumpled on the floor. The mirror was bare, and what it reflected was wrong. I was lying in bed, staring into the glass, but in the reflection, I was not alone. A shadow loomed behind me. My heart stopped. I spun around. The room was empty. But when I turned back to the mirror, my reflection remained still, grinning at me with that twisted, inhuman smile. My lips trembled, but then my reflection spoke in my own voice, yet not mine. "You can't hide from me." And then, I remembered the night I had buried deep within my mind. It was an accident. Stupid mistake. I had been driving late at night, rain pouring, fog thick over the road. I didn't see him until it was too late. My car slammed into something with a sickening thud. Man. Panicked, I pulled over. There was no one there. The road was empty. I told myself there was nothing I could do. And I drove away. I had locked that memory away, convinced myself it hadn't happened. But the mirror knew. My reflection kept smiling, its grin stretching too wide, too unnatural. Then it whispered, "You left him to die." My legs shook. "No," I stammered. "It wasn't my fault." The mirror trembled, rippling like water. And then my reflection changed. It was him. The man I had left on the road. His face was pale, his eyes hollow, his mouth frozen in a silent scream. He lifted a decayed finger and pointed at me. The air turned icy, lights flickered, shadows deepened. And then, the mirror shattered. I screamed, scrambling backward. But the shards didn't fall. Instead, the glass melted into a swirling black void. Powerful force pulled me forward. I clawed at the floor, struggling, but the darkness swallowed me whole. The last thing I saw was my own reflection, standing outside the mirror, whole, untouched. It smiled, stretched its arms, and spoke in my voice. "Now I'm free." Then everything went black. When I woke, I wasn't in my room. I was inside the mirror. I pounded against the glass, screaming, but no sound escaped. My reflection, no, the thing wearing my face, stood on the other side, watching me coldly. Then it turned, opened the door, and walked away. Now it lives my life, while I am trapped forever. I don't know how long I've been here. Time moves differently. Everything is still. I scream, but no one hears. Beg, but no one comes. All I can do is watch. And wait. Because one day, someone else will look into this mirror. And when they do, I will whisper, "I know what you did."